Hey guys, it's Kevin Happy Chappy Gilbert, and I'm so pleased to be bringing you the first ever What's the Skinny tips from the top. And guys, today I have an amazing guy with us to kick this off in style. I have none other than the CEO of Skinny Body Care, Ben Glinsky. Hey Ben, would you like to say hi to everyone?
Hey guys.
Welcome. I'm so pleased to have you with us, Ben. So I thought how we'd start this off was if you could maybe just give us a little bit of background about yourself, your family, where you live, that kind of thing. So tell us a little bit about your family, Ben.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got an awesome wife, Tamara, a couple kiddos, 8-year-old girl, 6-year-old boy, second grade and kindergarten. They're awesome. We live here in Jupiter, Florida, right on the water. Love taking the kids on the boat, tubing, skiing, wakeboarding, all that fun stuff. They love paddleboarding as well, and just yeah, it's fun. We're just regular family, and yeah, it's fun.
Awesome. So, I mean, you've had huge success in business, but what was it that really made you decide instead of going for the corporate world and the traditional 9 to 5 to get into your own business?
Yeah, that's a good question. And it was just really, I've always kind of been entrepreneurial. I've always been motivated by money. And I don't know where that came from. My parents were both hardworking people. My dad had his PhD, but always kind of struggled. Um, Never really, got ahead. But that's what they would teach us, go to school, get a good education, get a college degree, get your master's degree, all this stuff. And I don't know. It just maybe I'm rebellious. Maybe I just didn't. I saw better things. So yeah, it's just I saw other people, and this has kind of always been my motivation. When I see other people doing something, um, I know it can be done, and I figure out ways to do it and make it happen. So when I see people who have the lifestyle that I want and are being able to enjoy the time freedom and that kind of thing, obviously that intrigues me more than working 9 to 5 for the next 40, 50 years of my life. So I figured out different ways to do it. Struggled at the beginning, as most entrepreneurs, most network marketers do, but stuck with it. And now, been very fortunate to build a successful business, help a lot of people, make a lot of money, and it's been great.
Awesome. Well, I'm really excited to be part of the family, and I mean, I guess I wanted to ask you a little bit about throughout your career. I mean, who's the person or the people that have really inspired you and motivated you the most?
Yeah, that's a good question, and I like that question because everyone kind of seems to have a mentor lately nowadays, or they're looking for a mentor. And I don't know if I'm the only one on the planet that never had a mentor, never really looked up to anyone. I mean, I have a lot of people that I respect and have a lot of positive feelings for and recognize the accomplishments they've been able to achieve. Um, but I've always kind of been my own person. I've learned from a lot of those people. I used to listen to Tony Robbins tapes every day. People wouldn't want to come in the car with me because I'd make them listen to Tony Robbins. But I still read a lot of books. I listen to a lot of tapes from every different motivational speaker, trainer, guru out there, and even ones that aren't as successful as others. A lot of times have good ideas. So you can learn from people who are past where you are, and you can learn from people who you've already passed. And that's kind of been my motivation, is just always be growing, always be learning, always stay committed, because it's really that journey. You can never learn too much, you can never know too much, and I enjoy learning. I enjoy implementing new strategies and figuring things out. But as far as someone who I've kind of looked up to and looked at as a mentor, I just really haven't ever had anyone like that.
That's really interesting. I think that's really awesome. You mentioned you mentioned Tony Robbins. I personally listen to a lot of Jim Rohn, and yeah, people get just driven crazy when they jump in the car and they've got the same tape going round and round. So I definitely feel where you're coming from with that. But hey, it helps you get where you need to get in life, so it's a great thing to do. Let me ask a little bit about your current business, Skinny Body Care. I mean, it's blowing the doors off so many other businesses out there right now. It's going through a huge, huge growth spurt. There's a ton of really big marketers coming into here. There's a lot of, you're changing lives all over the planet. You're helping people find better wealth and better health everywhere. Can you tell us a little bit about your vision for that company and how it came about? Why health and wellness, and how that came together for you?
Yeah, great question. I've been in the network marketing industry since I was 23. I'm 38 now, so about 15, wow, 15 years. You know, again, at the beginning, I struggled the first few years. Didn't make any money. I filed bankruptcy right before I was 25. And it was a good experience. I'm not even complaining. You know, I learned the whole way. I've always been, you know, a happy person. I've been very responsible. At that time, I didn't have a wife or a family, and you know, failure was okay because I was the only one that was affected. There was wasn't a lot of responsibility, so I was willing to take the risk, and you know, everything turned out. So, but in that time frame, you know, I've figured things out. I've been able to build some very successful organizations in the network marketing industry, and help a lot of people along the way. So it's kind of an industry that I've fallen in love with because it is very simple for the average person to be able to get involved in. The barriers to entry are almost minimal, or are minimal, almost nothing. So and at the same time, the opportunity as far as the income potential is unlimited. So it's definitely an industry that I've come to love, and as far as health and wellness, that just kind of happened. You know, because of my experience in the network marketing industry, I get people coming to me every day, every week, you know, pitching me on a product that they want to take MLM and make $1 billion just because they invented this product. I'm like, dude, no. And that's the biggest challenge, you know, just getting off topic a little bit. Everyone has $1 million idea out there. I believe that. And it's the ones that go out there and implement it and take action on it and market it correctly that make money. I mean, just because you have $1 million idea doesn't mean you're going to be a millionaire. In fact, most people, as Dale Calvert says, die with their music still in them because they never did anything with that $1 million idea. So Skinny Fiber was actually a product that someone brought to me, that they wanted me to basically make them rich by selling this product, by taking an MLM. And I'm like, look, I don't do that. I do like this product. I see it's totally different than any other weight loss product out there. They had some good results of some other people. I had a few people try it just to make sure it works, had it studied by a few labs, make sure all the ingredients were legit and would work in a healthy way and work together and get the results that we wanted to get. And you know, I was sold on the product, and I wanted to market the product, but I didn't want to do it in making someone else rich just because they invented it. I don't have a lot of, I just don't like doing that. So we were able to come to an agreement. I bought the product from them, all the rights. They already had like 5,000 bottles of inventory. They had created this product to sell online, and just it'd been sitting on a shelf for a year. They never took action on it. They never started to sell it. So you know, it happened, and you know, I created a compensation plan around it. We can talk about that in a sec if you want. It's what I believe is the most generous compensation plan in the industry, and the reason for that is because it's kind of like the whole Napoleon Hill strategy, where I'd rather make 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. And I feel like if we can pay out more, we'll attract more people, and the more people, I'd rather have a smaller percentage of a much bigger number than a bigger percentage of a much smaller number. And so that's why we designed the comp plan that way. And but as far as, you know, how the company has grown and our vision, you know, we're 3.5 years old now, which is crazy because most people in the network marketing industry, I mean, professionals, people, seasoned veterans, have never even heard of us. And we've quietly become the fastest growing company in the entire network marketing industry, without even doing it with network marketers. We've built it upon a product and with non-networkers, because of the tools that we give away, the systems that we make available to all of our distributors, we have non-networkers, people who with no network marketing experience ever in their life, making $100,000 a month in income. It is crazy. I mean, we've got people making 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, and you know, now the networkers are starting to see, oh my gosh, if these guys with no experience can make this kind of money, I can come in, you know, bring a few of my people, plug in, take advantage of the systems, the tools, the websites, everything you guys give us, and make money. So that's, you know, why we're growing so fast. I think the comp plan is huge. The product absolutely works. Weight loss industry is huge. It's not going away. And so our vision, you know, I created it along with the compensation plan and a product. I don't want to just sell a product that just for the sake of selling a product and making money. I've done that in the past, and you know, I believe as long as the product helps people, it's a positive thing. But you know, this product really is life changing, and that's what I like most about it. But our vision, you know, I want this to be the last company that our people ever have to be involved in. I want this to be the company they can literally walk away from, retire with, create lifelong income, and not only create the income with this opportunity, but we teach them how to invest that money, how to make it continue to work for you, and some investment strategies and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I don't want people to look at this as just another network marketing company, just another home-based business opportunity, just a way to make a little bit extra money. We want this really to be the company that people align themselves with for potentially the rest of their lives, because right now we are in momentum, as you mentioned, Kevin, and it is hot. And really the window of opportunity right now is so wide open. People who get started now are going to be very well rewarded, the ones that take action, because the next 3 to 5 years in this company, I truly believe, and I've been in this industry for a long time, seen a lot of companies, you know, have some major growth momentum, seen what works, seen what doesn't work, and I truly believe the next 3 to 5 years we're going to see some of the biggest growth a company has ever seen in the network marketing industry, and the people who are on board now and take advantage of it and plug in and get trained, come to the events and all that stuff are really going to be very well rewarded and really set up for life, a lot of them.
Wow! Oh my gosh, I'm beyond excited, Ben. You don't even know. So I mean, you mentioned the comp plan, and I've seen that in action myself. And yeah, tell us just a little bit more about the theory behind that comp plan, because it is very different to anything I've ever seen out there.
It is different, and there's good things to it being different. There's bad things to it being different. Really the bad thing is nobody understands it, and and the funny thing is most people really don't understand it. They may think they understand it until they start actually earning the commissions and getting those deep overrides and those deep matching bonuses. Because unlike any other compensation plan I've seen in this industry that pays based on levels, which is very easy to figure out. If you enroll me, I'm on your first level. You enroll this person, or they enroll that person, they're on the second level, third level, fourth level. So it's very easy to figure out, you know, where people are, who you're going to match, what percent, all that stuff on. But with this compensation plan, we don't do it by level. We do it by generation of rank, which is new to most people. I've never seen in the industry. It might be an industry first. I don't know. But, you know, I did it because I want to reward people long term and allow them to make the maximum amount of money. Because what's going to happen in mature organizations in this industry is you're going to have people on your 10th level. You're going to have people on your 15th, 20th, 30th level. Someone might come in on your 18th level who's the next top money earner in the company, builds a huge organization of 100,000 people, and if he's outside of your pay line, which happens in most companies out there because he's too deep for you, you don't get paid on him. And so the way that we have structured this compensation plan based on generation of rank is you get paid on all of that open volume. In other words, and it's hard to explain just in, in a few minutes. We've got some awesome videos coming out that it's really going to paint a good picture for it. But you could literally get paid on people on your 100th level, 200th level, infinite levels deep in the compensation plan, and people don't understand how we can pay out that much. But it's all math, it's all percentages, so it all works out. But the actual payout, and this is another thing. A lot of companies structure their payout to make it look like they're paying out more than they actually are, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just how things work. But they might, have a potential payout of, say, 60 or 70%, but the only way they would pay out that 60 or 70% is if every single person in the company was qualified at the highest rank in the company to capture those commissions. But here we pay out an actual 80% on the front end, not a potential. The potential is the actual. It's the same thing because we're paying. There's no breakage. We're paying out every penny that's outlined in the compensation plan out to the field. So it's 80% on the front end, over 70% on the back end when you factor in the matching bonuses or the rank achievement bonuses. It's a huge comp plan. So it's yeah, it's exciting.
You're not wrong there. It is extremely exciting. Well, I love you sharing a bit about the company and how it came together in the compensation plan, and excited to be part of this team. But I'd like to take you back a little bit more to success, and I know there's a lot of people out here watching that are maybe happy with what they're doing right now and certainly aren't looking to jump into something something else, but they're interested in learning how you've become successful. And then there's also people out there that are sat on the fence right now who have never done network marketing before, who are going to see this. So I've got a couple of questions for you. The first question would be, for anyone that's sat on the fence out there, they see this and they look and they think, well, I'm kind of interested in working with Kevin, but I've never done this before. What advice do you have for that person watching this?
That's a great question. In the network marketing industry and in any business, you can have a great product, you can have a great compensation plan, you can have great leadership, great website systems, tools, whatever. But if the timing isn't right, none of that other stuff really matters. It will make a difference and it will help you, but timing beats all of that stuff any day of the week. And so, a lot of people are in companies that are great companies, that have had a lot of success, have a long track record, have never missed a commission in 20 years. But the momentum phase has kind of already run its course. In other words, there's not as much growth potential in a company like that as there is in a company like where we are right now. So timing and window of opportunity in any business really is I'm not going to say so important, but if you're serious about making money, that's where you want to be. And that's exactly where we are right now. So, and the other cool thing is, I don't ever encourage people to build multiple network marketing companies at the same time. I don't believe it's possible for people to do that. But at the same time, the weight loss industry is huge. It's not going anywhere. We've got momentum. The window of opportunity in the next 3 to 5 years, the people who take advantage of it are going to be coming on board. I mean, right now with all the networkers coming into this thing, I don't want to scare people or sound cocky or arrogant, but a lot of people's teams and other companies are coming over here. And, my suggestion is come over before your team does, so you can bring them over. But, I don't want to, I'm not trying to sound negative to anyone. I love the industry. If you're making money in your company, definitely stay there, be committed, be focused. But again, timing is critical to massive success. And we want this to be the last company you ever have to be involved in. And I truly believe the people who get involved really in the next 6 to 12 months in this company and go to work, take advantage of everything that we have, really have an opportunity to make a lot of money.
Awesome, thanks so much. So just with wrapping this up, my final question for you, Ben, would be, for the people out there, what would be your 3 tips to having massive success in business or in life?
Great question. Speaking of timing, I'm gonna make that number 1. Get involved with a company or opportunity or product or system or service, whatever it may be, at the right time. Again, just because you might like the person who introduced you, you might be best friends, the company might have an awesome track record, it doesn't always mean the timing is right. And I'm not saying anything negative about those companies. Many of those companies are way bigger than where we are right now. We strive to be as big and as successful as those companies, but the opportunity, the timing, the potential for you to be successful is much greater when the timing is right. So I'm going to make that number 1 is find a company where timing is right. And we definitely have that here. I wrote down a few of those. You kind of primed me for this one. Number 2, stay focused, stay committed. I mean, no one ever made it to the top by quitting. And if you're not willing to give it a 12-month commitment in this company and whatever company you're in, it's not even worth getting involved in. I'm going to save something for another time, but yeah, stay committed, stay focused, don't give up, don't quit. Nothing is ever going to work out perfectly, ever. There's always going to be challenges. There's always going to be hurdles. There's always going to be obstacles. And the bigger the challenge, the bigger the reward. If you think it's impossible, tackle it, challenge it, go for it, make it happen, beat it, win. That's the only way you're going to get to the top, is stay focused, stay committed. Number 3, actually, and I'm going to give you a 4th one as well, is lead by example. Especially in the network marketing industry, you want to show your team that you're committed. If you can't expect people in your organization to be committed, to be focused if you're not. And being focused and being committed doesn't just mean saying you are, it means showing it. It means going to the events that the company has. It means showing up on the conference calls, on the webinars. It means leading by example, doing the things every day that you want your team to be doing. If you want them to be exposing 50 people a day to the opportunity, don't think you're too good to do that just because you've already built a team of 10, 20, 50, 100 people. Everyone should be doing that, whether you're making $10,000 a month, $100,000 a month, or you're brand new in the business. So lead by example. Show your team what you're supposed to be doing by actually going out there and doing it. And last but not least, this is just something that has kind of helped me along the way. You know, especially when you're new in a business, there's always people at the top that can be a little intimidating, and people that you can't really quite envision yourself being as good as. And hopefully you can see that I'm a normal person, and if I could do it, you guys can do it. But that's kind of the approach that I've taken. I've always kind of found that the lowest common denominator, but someone who is in the company who's more successful than I am, but I feel like I'm, for lack of a better word, better than. I'm like, if this guy can make money in this deal, I can totally do it. And so, it gives me a little bit more motivation. It's like, if guys like this, if this lady can do it, if this guy can do it, what does he have that I don't have? If he can do it, I can make it. And then so when you get to that level, you find someone else that's at the next level that you think you're a little bit better than. And then it keeps going up. Once you pass them, find someone else. You know what? I passed this guy. I can take this guy. Let's go. Let's make it happen. And I still do that. I see owners of network marketing companies who are making way more money than we are, who are doing way more volume than Skinny Body Care. And I'm like, if these guys can do it, man, we can absolutely dominate. So that's number 4. That's a bonus one for you. But there you go.
Oh wow, that's really awesome. I love those tips, definitely, and I think I'll add a 5th one, and that is, if you never ask the question, you'll never know the answer. And the only reason I'm sat here today is literally because yesterday I reached out and asked Ben. I said, hey Ben, would you be open to doing this? Never spoken to him. He didn't know me before today. So guys, it's about taking action and just taking that action. And if they say no, so what? Just move on to the next person. So Ben, I really want to thank you so much for spending the time. I'm really excited to be on stage one day with you, and I'll tell you my story. Right now, I'm actually sat in a hotel room. I'm technically homeless, so I'll tell you that story one day on stage, and it will be an amazing story to tell everyone at Skinny Body Care. So thank you so much for being with us. I'd like you to just say goodbye to everyone and maybe let them know a little bit of, I guess, the last reason that they should jump into this today and not think about it, just why they should just take action when they see this and not wait.
Absolutely, my pleasure, and you're absolutely right. Ask, never be afraid to ask, and at the same time, never prejudge people. Never think that someone's going to say no just because they're at some level or making money or perceived at this. This is the opportunity they're looking for, so definitely introduce them to them. And if you are looking for an opportunity, guys, I mean, Kevin is an awesome example. This guy is, just the fact that he reached out to me and he's working, he knows where he is, and that's the best part. There's a lot of people in this industry who kind of pretend that they're rolling and just killing it and making a ton of money. And it's frustrating, to say the least. You know, I started where Kevin did. I was dead broke, but I had heart. I had enthusiasm. I had passion. I had a vision. I believed in myself. I believed in my company. I knew where I was going, and I knew that anyone that came with me, we were going to go for a good ride, and I was going to support them, help them, and I've helped a lot of people make a lot of money. And it all started when I was struggling, to be totally honest. And I still have some great friends from that time, and a lot of them are still making a lot of money. A lot of them have made more money than me. So it's, you know, if you guys are looking for an opportunity, this is the time to get in with Kevin, because I guarantee you guys 10 years from now, this guy is going to be at the top, and the people who run with him now are going to be right there with him. So thanks so much for having me, Kevin. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have an awesome day.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ben. Thank you very much for everyone that's watching this either live or afterwards on YouTube. Keep tuning in. I just got a domain. It's called whatstheskinnytv.com, and we're going to be doing hangouts where people can come and learn more about the company. So that's going to be up maybe in the next week or so, and it'll be a place where people who aren't necessarily able to drive as many people personally and close sales will be able to drive traffic and help them build their business. So once again, thanks so much for joining us. Really pleased to have you, and look out for the next episode of What's the Skinny. Take care, guys. Make it an awesome day.